lending protocols. I am pleased to bring you heartfelt greetings of the people of Liberia, who with great anticipation look forward to the outcomes of these discussions. As you may know, our recent presidential and general elections, conducted in the spirit of peace and democracy, paved the way for a smooth transfer of power just 8 months ago and set the objective path to development. In light of this, we have introduced ambitious agenda focusing on agriculture, sanitation, and tourism. As the foundation, we have ways to work together to make the world a better place for everyone. Even though we are facing difficult challenges, I believe we are more determined than ever to overcome them. Liberia has encountered significant obstacles in making progress towards sustainable development goals, but we are determined and dedicated to overcoming these challenges. Our experience reflects the struggle of many developing nations, which are hindered by social and economic pressures. Recent report shows the concerning trend in global development. The 2023-2024 Human Development Report revealed that the world's poorest countries are falling behind, leading to greater inequalities and political financing for Sustainable Development Report indicate that least developed countries are now spending 12% of their revenues on interest payment, 4 times more than a decade ago. This highlights the urgent need to reform in the global financial system. The current situation requires for us to take decisive action. We need to address the common challenges together and overcome the obstacles that are holding back our progress. As the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has emphasized, we must see these reports, especially the Human Development Report, as a call to action during this important summit. In Liberia, we have made significant efforts to promote good governance.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm not supposed to laugh. Did you hear that old man line?
Reduce this implementation of.
I'm going to go back a little bit. I want you to hear what they are doing about corruption.
Especially the Human Development Report, as a call to action during this important summit. In Liberia, we have made significant efforts to promote good governance, reduce waste and corruption, and ensure that all resources are used effectively for our country's development in line with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. However, to accelerate this implementation of the 2030 Agenda, it is crucial to transform the global governance. We need to advocate for a financial system that prioritizes liquidity and reduces the burden of developing nations. By promoting international cooperation and accountability, we can create a fairer financial environment that empowers all countries to pursue their development goals. I urge the international community to take drastic measures to alleviate the economic pressures faced by vulnerable nations. Let's work together to remove the barriers that hinder our potential and enable us to advance our shared vision for sustainable development. The prevailing development challenges delivered to us a dear message that if countries are to turbocharge to achieve the SDGs, the financial system needs to be reformed to help us achieve sustainable development. Finally, I want to express my deep appreciation to the international community and the
I thank the President of the Republic of Liberia. I invite His Excellency Harris, President.
Ooh. I'm trying to process this message. You listen to what he just said. They're fighting corruption. They have development goals. Okay. And I'm going to write somebody the analysis of this speech here. Let me just read. President Bouakai called for decisive global action, says vulnerable nations suffocate by crippling economy, okay, pressure and debt. New York, USA, September 22nd, 2024, as President Joseph Boakai prepared to address the 79th section of the United Nations General Assembly on Wednesday, September 25th, 2024, the Liberian leader has issued a stark warning to the international community, stating that vulnerable nations, including Liberia, are being suffocated by crippling economic pressure and unsustainable debt. Y'all hear that, Liberian people? Y'all hear that? That's a shame. This man is telling us we're being crippled. We can't pay our debt, but we're ready to take more debt. Okay? You know, when people, let me tell all of you, my loyalty is not to any individual in Liberia. My loyalty is to Liberia, first and foremost. Anyone who takes care of Liberia, Liberia is the people. You know, I hear people talk about Article 2 of the Constitution, right? And I'm going to bring it home. In the coming months, when I get myself situated with my classes, I'm going to start talking about things, all right? Article 62 states, and I want y'all to listen up, okay? Article 62 of the Constitution, we have to do with the conference of the president. The president and vice president may be removed from office by impeachment for treason, bribery, and other felony violation of the Constitution or in misconduct, okay? However, a person elected to the office of president, otherwise, no, that's not what I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to come back. That's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, in pursuit to, because I hear Liberian people say that the president cannot be prosecuted when he is a president and he commits crime. Yes, he can be prosecuted. It's a pursuit to the Constitution. So if the Constitution is absolute, the president is not, presidency is not absolute. Okay, it's within. If the president is working in the interest of the people, all right, then he cannot be. And you know, we've talked about John Hancock in America. John Hancock made the same case for America when he wanted to start the banking system here. Okay, he said it will be the interest of the country, of the people, to establish a banknote to be able to pay off the war debt. A lot of people went against that. He said, but it benefits the people. So it's about the benefiting of the people, not benefiting yourself. If the president breaks the law, it's not in pursuit to the Constitution. It's against the Constitution. He becomes or she becomes a criminal. So we need to stop misinterpreting. And that's why we need a Supreme Court to go ahead and interpret what the law says. All right? But that's not what the law says. I'm listening here to this papier. All right? You're listening again. the leader has issued a stark warning to the international community. It's like we would say the American children can say dog. So in so many words, okay? Studying that the vulnerable nation, including Liberia, are being suffocated by crippling economic pressure and unsustainable debt. Who giving the debt? Who taking the debt? Who enjoying the debt that is being taken? How you talking about your country being suffocated? How you talk about being suffocated? From the moment you took over the office, we have seen no plan, no strategy, okay, leading to the goal. What is the goal of the country? What is the goal of this government? The craziness that I hear from Liberian people is when I apply for a job, a position, I have 90 days to prove I can do the job. Especially when I come recommended with 5-star history that I can do the job. The people who are dying do not have time to restore and reset and regroup. They don't. Those are all whose family have already lost their lives. We don't have time to reset and restore. Life cannot be restored, especially when it's sticky. So you're saving the nonsense. When you have about what? My daughter is what, now 17? So about what? 14, 15 years ago. And those cars would now be in the hundreds. I had a Suburban. I love it. One of the reasons I had, my kids were little. I needed space for all of them. I went to buy me a Range Rover. But then when I thought about it, I said, number one, it was very expensive to upkeep. And I needed space for my children because I wanted all of them to have space. And we used to travel a lot. So I had one. My nephew, total it. But I'm going to start here. I mean, Mobada, who just yesterday got to get in a competition to win $10,000 from Alexander Cummings. Now we're hearing guest brag $126,000 car, maybe it's even retrofitted, okay, that he gets. All right, bribery, talking about corruption, talking about making headways. When you packed the country with your family people, nepotism, making the decisions, is that not corruption? Is that not moral corruption? In corruption? Okay. And what y'all say? You're suffocating. You're suffocating. But you're running from here to there to go borrow money. You're going to China to borrow money. You got $100,000+ credit card to spend. Your wife is going shopping. Your children are running from Dubai to England, to Lebanon and back. You are paying your people. Listen, in the world over, I live in a state, okay, that have a $37 billion revenue. My lawmakers, 10 million people, don't get paid $40,000 a year. They go into government to serve. You know what most of the money they spend on? Education. 37% of that amount goes to primary education, K1 through 12. 15% go on higher education. The next in line is healthcare. And we are not allowed to spend money we don't have. Only the federal government can do that. When you rescue somebody from drowning, you got to perform CPR. Maybe you got to keep them alive. You don't put them down and go have party before you can come back to save them. That's what you're doing. Collecting for yourself. Having your jollof rice, your filet mignon, whatever you can do. Shopping spree. How in heaven, you're saying, we made a statement in a forceful address at the United Nations. How dare you, you're beggar. All of us are beggar. Liberians are beggar. How dare you even say you made a forceful? What forceful? How are you begging people and you're making forceful? Does that make sense? I come to you to beg. Then you say you're being forceful. How are you America? You're not even Rwanda. You're not South Korea. You're not Singapore. You are not Japan. You are not China. You are not Switzerland. You are not even Ghana or Nigeria next door. How dare you? You're stealing and watching your people die. And you say we made this a forceful statement. I am so embarrassed some days to be a Liberian. It's so embarrassing, so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. We made the statement in a forceful address at the United Nations Global Compact Private Sector Forum during the summit of the future held at the United Nations headquarters in New York on Sunday, September 22nd. The Liberian chief executive warned that the global financial system is failing. Well, America just found her way out of the inflation because we are working, because we're not giving millions of dollars to our president. Even with over $6 trillion budget, we pay our president $450,000. With 50 states, 330 million people. We come to government to make a difference. We come to government to serve. We come to government with a plan. I remember during the housing bubble bust, when Obama was elected, before he could even take office, he unveiled his plan, how we were going to recover from the doldrum we were in, he and Joe Biden. In 2020, when we were projecting 1 million people dying in no time, when Biden took over to keep America alive and keep America working, there was recovery. You're going to recover a nation. It's not in seclusion. It's not a private affair. You're working for the people. Tell us what's the goal and the how and the why. First year is why. Okay? You should always have a why. And then the how, the where, the when. What is the strategy? You're soundless bunch of slaves. Men with their hands tied behind their feet and their hands that have no way out. You sit, my mom used to say, my mother used to say, men tie their waist with an actual fiber from the palm leaf. Not the trash to be thrown away that can break easily. That's what we look like. Sadly so. Then it continues. The Liberian chief executive warned that the global financial system is failing the world poorest countries. And the time for transformative action is long overdue. We are being crushed under the weight of financial system that benefits the powerful while leaving while leaving vulnerable nations to struggle for survival. And the economic pressure we face as stifling our development. And without decisive global reform, many of our nation will remain trapped in this cycle. President Bouaka declared. Painting is a grim picture of a challenges confronting least developed countries because you people are corrupt, because you people take for yourselves, you take everything. It's not the rest of the world. It's because you don't have a growth mindset. You're static, you're rugged, you're unpatriotic, you have no plan, no vision. That is the problem. And I have a problem with that. I'm going to say that I'm not here to sugarcoat. I don't particularly care. Okay. Now here we go. This is so sad. I can't even begin to talk about this, but I'm gonna graduate. I'm not gonna be here long tonight. All right. I'm gonna graduate um to the what a shame. This nation, shameless nation, shameless, Liberia, shameless country. Yeah. This Papa told us he knew how to fix the system. You also knew how to fix the system. Okay. The Papa said to us, he understood the people. He understood the dialect that they speak. He understood the pain. That how you gonna what, and I keep asking, what is the plan? That's the only thing I want to know. When you give me the plan, then from there on, I will know where you are headed. But there are no plans. There are absolutely no plans. Okay? I don't see the plan. I keep asking, so where is the plan? What a nation. I'm so like really so frustrating, but we will continue on this. I have another story here. I don't know if I'm going to do this story or maybe do it tomorrow, but I'm a little tired. All right. So Bouaka is going to be speaking on the 25th, we're told. All right. He's saying they're doing this about corruption. No, you're not. Papi, the American people themselves. Let me read to y'all what just came out that is coming up for the next report. So y'all will know. I'm going to read this. So the American people themselves goes. I'm going to read this. The U.S. Department of State says corruption in both public and private sector, which is why the economy is not strengthening. So they're already ahead of you. Moreover, September 18, 2024, Department 2024 investigate climate statement cite corruption as the reason few investors come to Liberia. Jobs are not being created and instability is a risk. You hear that? This and you come to America, you and America to talk capital, and you're making excuses. The U.S. State Department noted that the Liberian government does not implement the anti-corruption law effectively or apply them in non-discriminatory manner. Liberia's law to combat corruption, bribery, and economic sabotage by public officials, but the government does not implement the law effectively or apply them in a non-discriminatory manner. The State Department noted that these laws generally do not extend to family members of officials or to the political parties, except in cases where these authorities benefit from the proceeds of corruption. This is not me, it is the U.S. State Department. All right. So coming to you and to talk all the lies, they already know what you're doing. All right. The statement added that the government does require private companies to establish internal code of conduct. So it continues. All right. Code of conduct that prohibit bribery of public official. The State Department, the Department of State report that Liberia suffer from corruption, both in yeah, that's the same thing, I think, put it twice. So this is to come to the UN and say you are suffering, you can't pay your debt, that you are put in mechanism to stop corruption. That is a lie. We just saw more, what do you call it? Every month, all over in the news. You paying for 3,000 plus for generator when Liberian mothers cannot pay their children's school fees. When there's no school, no free elementary school, no free, let me make clear, no free quality elementary school. That education has become more expensive. Than committing crime. What's for y'all? What kind of nation you're trying to build? What kind of system are you trying to cultivate? How do you foresee the future? How do you intend for Liberia to compete in this global economy, in this global technological village? How do you then intend for our children to be competitive out here when they should get out? That they are not insecure, that they can go for the goal and compete with anybody else in the world. How do you then intend for Liberia to benefit from this changing economy, this global economy? How do, when they're not prepared? When you take everything from them, you took away their dignity, their ability to learn, to be the very best, to grow and develop. You provide no amenities for them. Majority of Liberians cannot read and write at 5th grade level. How then do you intend to build your economy? What is the goal? Continue to be beggars? What is it? And you come and take the world stage. Why the world watch? And they know you are lying. They know most of you African leaders are lying. Most are bigger than even those who, the Mark Zuckerberg, who is a billionaire, or the Elon Musk that is a barely to be a trillionaire, because you're a bunch of rogues. Even the audience of you all, you have no humanity. You don't care. I thought Joseph Boakai would have been a legacy president. He will prioritize Liberia and Liberians. Drugs walk the streets everywhere in Monrovia. You can easily find drugs everywhere. Then you can find a pencil or a pen or copybook to write with. You can. You can. Okay? It is a shame. You know, when we used to talk when Yan is here. Some of you will come, take your mouth from our politics. The people that died last week are my family people. I'm born and raised. How then do you tell me that? How? How do you elect a guy who came to power? What did you guys ask for? You know, and I say this, when I was a little girl, I always envisioned, to some degree, I would 10 paper what I wanted my life partner to have. I cursed out a few and I left a few that I wouldn't compromise. And I held on to those. As I venture out into the world, as I dated, mingle, in the back of my mind, those things were there. If I was to choose a partner, it was my choice to choose. You can like me, you can point me out, but it's the female who decides where she wants to spend her life. I wanted the character that I wanted to father my children, the whom I needed to live in, knowing who I was and knew me. Whenever you walk out and you vote for people, you're not only voting for you, you're voting for all of us. You're voting for your children and your unborn children's children. You are. Whenever you make bad decisions, it impacts all of us. It does. I watch Liberians, Facebook lying to our people only because they wanted jobs in their own interest, never about the nation. I'm trying to find hope in Liberia. I'm trying to find future in Liberia, my lifetime. And it beats me down every time I focus on that. It gets me very anxious, very uneasy, very sad because I can't see. It's not being pessimistic. It is being realistic. I'm a realist. I don't see it. I don't see it. I am here. A few days ago, here is a child. Here is a child in Nimba. He and his mother got burned. They're in JFK. They need help. If that was the president's children or minister child, all right, they will be out of the country. All right, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find this. I can find me. All right, I'm going to find it. I'm going to show it. I'm trying to see. I want you to see here. People are like, people. I think it's so slow, it can't even open. I'm gonna come back to that. I might have to show you on the other stuff. I have my 1 hour to spend. Okay. This is a child. This baby is burned. The mom is burned. They're stuck in Monrovia, JFK, burned. I'm trying to find help for them. Because we are all connected, directly or indirectly. Some of you are talking because your family people didn't call me. Some of you are talking because you're waiting for your appointments. Some of you are talking because through coffee, drink water. Some of you know the corruption that is taking place in Liberia. Yeah, but you still support it. You still support it. You still support the evil that eating the very fabric of our country. You still support it. You're okay with her. Papi Boaka. Does it make sense that this old man will implement the War and Economic Crimes Court? I don't believe so. Not when you bring in all of the corrupt people back. I don't believe so. When he is just spending every dollar like there's no tomorrow, I don't believe so. I really didn't mean to come on today. I don't know why. I don't know if the young man was supposed to host us today. But next week we will be we're gonna work hard to be on the Radio Nima and make sure we're also on in Monrovia. That's what we want to do. Working hard to get on the air in other places to desensitize our people. That is my goal. I don't do this for likeness or for the popularity, because I am. The world know my name and know my face. Okay. But to come to the United Nations and say the economy is toughening, that you're paying 12% in your loan. You took the loan, you spend it, you're divided among each other. All right. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Papi Boaka? You took the money, you spend it. So what are you talking about, oh man? What is the plan? And I keep asking, what is the plan? You know, and some of you out there, by the time somebody write, you ask question, you won. You say 1%. Let me tell you, maybe most of you don't know this. The very 1% you talk about, 99% of us, especially from the US, 1%, we are, and this is not to brag, we are accomplished, we are hardworking, we know the value, whether we got degree, grad degree, undergrad degree, no degree, we have dignity and we understand the, yeah, call in, yeah, you have the number, okay? We understand the value of hard work. We know the value of hard work, all right? We know that. You can call this other number. Just forget the Zelle part. I'm not doing collection today. Okay. So you call us 1%, but the person that we brought to you had a plan. He told you the how, the when, the where. You said no. You didn't get government experience. You know, I hear people say you need government experience. In the world over, you need public sector experience to go into government. Majority of the people that we know from around the world who have become president, especially like places like America, they came from the private sector. Yeah, I want you finish with that degree though, because I'm trying to get on 3 radio stations in Liberia. Oh, hold on, yeah, hold on. Where is something doing so? Now you there? Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, it's low for some reason. His phone is acting up. Hold on. Okay, here it is now. Go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good though. I'm here. We're still tripping at the country on our mind, so we gotta continue to fight.
No, the country on mine.
Yeah.
We sent them with school.
I know.
Not that easy.
I know.
So, calling me back to back, you know, but.
All right, just tell Sekou you will not be going on that platform. When you finish, you come in wearing the platform so we can build it together. You can't take, you cannot take all my people. Me and Monk started the platform together. Monk there, Steve there. So now you not going there. Then they will look at the men, the platty, how you call it. You will come right here, we build a platform, or let have other platform, let other people be other places. Yes. I'm listening. Very.
For you to hear the rescue master, the rescue train conductor, who stay on stage and say he paid 12% on his loan.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Loan. And what have you? You know what he insinuating is, you know, he's Liberian people that if I don't do anything, the global economy is stopped.
But that's exactly what the man saying. That's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, he's trying to tell people, you know, 9 months into his presidency, all you see is the same old thing from the past government.
Yeah.
You know, what we see is photo. Every time they travel, a photo they present to the Liberian people.
Yeah, photo and lies. Yep.
Yeah, photo and lies. But the same thing we from all we have government, and it's still, you know, happening on the team.
Yeah.
The rescue team bringing them back again. So, you know, it doesn't say opener. If there's a loan, don't open the Liberian and set up and make some sacrifice. Even if they go hungry today, they make sacrifice for better tomorrow. If they have sacrificed yesterday, today will have been little bit better for them. Now they see the same thing. Even worse than honor George Weah. Because George Weah, at least he made some university level school fees or little, you know, people were not paying. But now people cannot even afford school fees to pay for their children in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we get rescue minister is right on $135,000 vehicle today. It's good for rescuer, but it was not good yesterday. It's good for rescuer.
Oh yeah.
This officer is taking honor or $100 monthly pay.
Yeah.
But they want to secure community and country. You know, for rescue, it's good for rescue ministers to run $135,000.
Oh yeah.
This is not what the Liberian people fought for, because I didn't fight for that. I fought against it.
Yeah.
I saw it funny. This is
Yep.
what the Liberian people fought for. This is not what the Liberian people was in the rain passing around, in the cuckoo water passing around. They wanted some change, but they're not getting this change. Liberian people, there's a time that you make some sacrifice. Make some sacrifice right now.
What they need to stand up though. Democracy does not stop when you vote. When you vote, you hold the people you vote for accountable. That's when you actually stand up and make that answer to you, because the people in democracy, especially Liberia form of democracy, the people are supreme. The people are the supreme ruler. The people are the one who have the power. Yes, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, You see rescue minister senators, they know with travel, but all the other flight officers for putting in that position to endure what you suffer. Now all the other flight, but stupid like grown people will say they're sorry for my language. Stupid like grown people will say they're ready. All the best senators will put, but they don't put a shiny court suit. You have prayers, but you cannot find out to put food on the table. But you have to make better resources for you to live a better life in your own country. Look, it's sad, man. It's sad. Look, yesterday I got a call from the Democrat president of India, the president of the Democrat Party of India. And I thought the woman and I said, "Fuck, the lady said, fuck, you are a young man, you long time, you are there on the ballot this election, but don't limit yourself. Run in your district, run in your city, run on the telephone, run on the football, run. Because the potential I'm seeing, these are things that people can see in us Liberia, in other countries, and build on it because they see the energy, they see the knowledge, they kind of build us up to succeed. But in our own country, when we put people there to build us up, instead of building us up and bring us down, they build themselves up and their children. They will be the worshiper now for them and their children. So, Liberian people, especially the young generation, you know how many thousands of human beings walked out of the University of Liberia just 2 days ago? You know how many of them parents were in the market selling kind of oil?
Yeah.
2 billboard oil on the way. And so then you want to graduate from school for you to make some decision for the woman to start selling so they can sit down and enjoy their own age, but you will go there and be a worshiper to somebody while those people enjoy and keep your parents in the back, continue to sell under the house shop and stuff. So my Liberian people, this is the time that we open our eyes. We in a days of life. Nobody has to tell you for you to know. You don't have to go to school again for you to know. Government is in the order of the day. The thing is that ready plan even the plan you see it.
Right.
Why will you continue to make wrong decision of your future and the future of the next generation and generation to come? The mistake our parents made yesterday, we're suffering it today, and we continue to make the same mistake for our unborn children to continue to suffer.
Thank you.
This is sad.
Thank you, Nya. And Nya, we miss you, man. Let's get ready to come back. Let's get on. Okay? Get when you finish this. Well, I will call you during the week. Let's talk. Okay.
All right.
Folks, I'm gonna call her tonight. I gotta go do grades. Dagwa not here today. She's doing some work back home. Like I told you, she has they sponsor a lot of students in Beaumont. So she's doing some training with them. So she wasn't able to be on today. And I believe Brother Supreme mother will be buried on Tuesday. I gotta reach out to him. All right. Today we weren't on for some reason. I didn't get a call from Nelson, but that's all right. We made a night. All right, and I'm trying to get NTLA's with the radio station, which we started last time, were really powerful in Mangibi County. Want to see how that is going to play out. So we're going to be working to see how we can get on the air and start working for the Liberian people and desensitizing Liberian people so they can make good decisions. All right. Thank you so much. Again, my quest is about Liberia. I don't anybody else. So long the children of Liberia are fine. Liberia is, if Pape Bouaka give me the plan and tell me this is the plan, this is the strategy, this is how we're going to accomplish it, these are the timeline, I will be his sucker. Until then, the last need to go. We'll talk later. Have a good day. Say you're expecting anybody? You're expecting anybody, girls?